What's up everybody? Usually when a new Pokemon TCG set is released, I make a video on the top 3 budget decks from every set. There's usually about 3 good budget decks from every set, lots of good single price Pokemon in lots of the previous sets, but with Astral Radiance that's not exactly the case. There are lots of very expensive cards and the single price Pokemon options for competitive play are not great. So instead of the top 3 budget decks today, I'll be taking you through the top 3 most affordable decks from Astral Radiance that might have a chance in the competitive scene. Let's get into it. As I mentioned, there are not a lot of great single prize options from Astral Radiance, but the best one is definitely Mightyeana. It comes in at 110 HP and it is a dark type, which is really big. So Mightyeana is actually just a regular rare here. He has the ability Hustle Bark. If your opponent has any Pokemon VMAX in play, this Pokemon's attacks cost 3 colorless energy less. The only attack that Mightyeana has is 3 colorless energy, so if your opponent has any Pokemon VMAX in play, Mightyeana can still hit for free. So Wild Tackle does 160 damage in addition to doing 50 damage to Mightyeana himself. So if Mightyeana stays in play, you'll be able to use Wild Tackle 3 times before Mightyeana gets knocked out. So Mightyeana is a great single price option against Mew VMAX, which is still being played quite a bit. Hustle Bark will mean that Mightyeana can attack for free if your opponent has Mew VMAX in play. Wild Tackle will hit for 160 damage, and because of Mew VMAX's weakness, that damage will be doubled because of Mightyeana's Dark type, hitting for 320 damage, which unless they have a big charm on their Mew VMAX, you'll be able to O-code their Mew VMAX. One hit, that's all it takes. So Mightyeana, you can set it up very easily. It's just a stage 1 Pokemon. Obviously, it can hit big on Mew VMAX. Pokemon VMAX are kind of dying down a bit. We've seen Pokemon starting to phase them out and replacing them with those Pokemon Vstar. So one potential problem with the Mightyeana deck would be that you might not encounter as many Pokemon VMAX as you might have with the Fusion Strike metagame. This is the Astral Radiance meta now, so not as many Pokemon VMAX on the battlefield. But the good thing is there are lots of good colorless special energy that you could use in the Mightyeana deck. We've got double turbo energy, which would reduce the damage on Mightyeana a bit, but still it pays for 2 of the 3 colorless energy that you need on Mightyeana. Then you have twin energy, which simply just provides 2 colorless energy. And then you could do something like capture energy if you want to play 4 of each of those to set up your Mightyeana. I still think it would be able to hold its own a bit even if you're not playing against Mew VMAX, but definitely not the best single price option we've seen compared to the ones from the previous sets. But Mightyeana is still a cool card and it's very affordable if you want to put the deck together. Potential affordable deck number 2 will go to Hassuion Typholsion Vstar. 260 HP, it's a psychic type, and we got some pretty cool attacks on here. For 2 psychic energy and 1 colorless energy, Hollow Flame hits for a solid 180 damage, and it also puts 3 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon in any way you like. The V-Star power for this Pokemon is Shimmering Star. For just 1 psychic energy, you can knock out your opponent's active Pokemon if it has exactly 4 damage counters on it. Alright, so Hisuian Typhosion Vstar reminds me a lot of Dragapult VMAX. It's a psychic type for hitting for damage on the active, putting damage counters on the bench, and it also has a little bit of Yveltal GX mixed in, if you remember that. So obviously the playstyle of Hisuian Typhosion Vstar would be very similar to Dragapult VMAX. The big bonus obviously is that you are replacing that Shred attack with Shimmering Star Vstar power, which in my opinion is a great trade-off. And then when your opponent knocks out your Typhosion Vstar, they're only going to take 2 prize cards rather than the 3 they would take on Dragapult VMAX. Obviously you still have that Darkness type weakness, which will kind of be a problem when you're playing against Darkrai Vstar, but that's just kind of the risk you gotta take if you're looking to run Hassuion Typhosion Vstar. Some potential cards that would work well with Typhosion Vstar. Obviously, if you want to still play Dragapult VMAX and Typhlosion in the same deck, that could be a pretty cool combination. Definitely Galarian Zigzagoon with Scoop Up Net That would really help you get that extra damage counter in addition to the 3 from Hollow Flame to finish out with those 4 damage counters that you need to knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon with Shimmering Star, their active Pokemon. So definitely some potential for Typhlosion. It's definitely just one of the more affordable Pokemon Vstar. So if you're looking to put together a Vstar deck, they are kind of the new thing now, then Typhlosion is definitely a great option for that. Now deck number 3 is one that I myself may end up putting together. Hassuion Lilligant Vstar, 260 HP. It is a grass type. The first attack we have on here is Parallel Spin. 2 grass energy, 1 colorless, 130 base damage. But if we put an energy attached to Lilligant back into our hand, it does 100 more damage, so that's a pretty solid 230 damage that we could hit for off of Hassuion Lilligant Vstar. So obviously a great card to go in the Hassuion Lilligant Vstar deck would be the new Gardenia Vigor card, which will allow you to draw 2 cards and then attach 2 grass energy from your hand to your bench Pokemon. It's very reminiscent of Welder, but kind of for grass type Pokemon. The problem has been, though, for grass type Pokemon that they have had some good support and energy acceleration through Rillaboom and now Gardenia's Vigor, but they haven't always had the firepower that other types do. They're usually much more subtle in their damage output, but Hassuion Lilligant Vstar could change that. Parallel Spin, I mean 230 damage, that is a pretty good number. And we also have the Star Perfume ability, which is great for getting set up. During your turn, you may search your deck for up to 5 in any combination of grass Pokemon and grass energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hands and shuffle your deck. Is it the best V-Star power we've ever seen? Probably not. It doesn't do a whole lot, doesn't draw you a bunch of cards, doesn't hit for a bunch of damage, doesn't straight up knock out your opponent's active Pokemon like Typhlosion, but it does let you search your deck for grass Pokemon, grass energy. Very helpful if you're looking to set up more Hassuion Lilligant V and Vstar and find those grass energy to accelerate through Gardenia's Vigor. So Hassuion Lilligant Vstar may be bringing some redemption for those grass type Pokemon. It's definitely a bit more pricey than the other 2 decks that we have just discussed, but still a very cool card. I do like Hassuion Lilligant. I think it's a lot cooler than the regular Lilligant, and so maybe Hassuion Lilligant Vstar will change up the metagame. We'll just have to wait and find out, but for now it's one of the potential good options for a budget friendly deck from Astral Radiance. If you enjoyed today's look at the top 3 most affordable decks that might have an impact on the competitive scene in Pokemon TCG from Astral Radiance, make sure you leave a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more content, and drop a comment down below. Let me know what deck you're going to put together from Astral Radiance. Are you going to cash in and buy one of those more expensive decks, or are you going to stick with one of the more budget friendly ones, maybe one of the ones we discussed today? Let me know down in the comments below. But for now, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.